Hi Pisces, it's Evelyn. We're going to pull some cards. Take a deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to you guys. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And as I was collecting my decks from the last read I was doing, the Queen of Cups came up at the same time that I came out here. Was 11:38, which 38:11 is the Queen of Cups. So it's very much about the Queen of Cups. And I was just outside looking at the solar eclipse, and I noticed it's raining here, so you can't really see anything. But I noticed the black box up on the poles. There's something about the black box. I don't know if it's specific to Pisces, but I just received that message, so I wanted to give that to you. Oh, and the other message was Frosty the Snowman. Frosty the Snowman. So that was coming up, was a very happy soul. And one of the other messages I got recently about Frosty was to be frosty every morning and wake up and say, happy birthday. So there is your message. So this is Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as the feminine's Mars and the masculine's Venus. A little bit of stress coming up for you guys, perhaps in the wings or the high heart area. So today is the 14th of December. It's the solar eclipse. And the reading is for the second half of the month. So now through about December 31st, doesn't have to be exact. And if you see the video another time, there's a message for you. And if you should like a more personal reading, all my information is below in the details or at my website, twinflames3344.com. And I have a CD out there as well called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames, if you want to check it out, by Evelyn Stainthorpe. And so, for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn about Pisces today? And let's clear all blockages to positive energy flow in all chakra layers, auric layers, grounding and galactic cords, across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned, and fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Pisces. I've been shuffling. The decks are pre-shuffled as well. This is the Gilded Tarot. We have the Rider-Waite Mini here for clarifiers. And I'm going to pull an oracle card at the end. So let's see what Pisces has got for us today. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. One more, Pisces. It's 11:48 on the clock. Justice and walking away. All right, Pisces. Second half of December 2020. Pisces, 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 Pisces. Okay. First card out for you guys is the Four of Wands. This could be some people coming home for the holidays or just feeling very warm and cozy in your home. Stability. The challenge for you is the Three of Wands reversed. Three of Wands reversed is looking back or no longer waiting for your ship to come in, right? This is like a Viking ship sailing away. And now you're letting go of that notion perhaps, or that ship has sailed. We have a lot of Chinese and chopsticks here, so or this could be sushi as well. But also grass. Somebody could be getting high, or maybe there's people around you doing that. But this is perhaps looking back, going back, or living in the past. And that's the challenge for you, is not doing that. The foundation is the Page of Pentacles. Perhaps a good student, or getting a new job, or a new education off the ground. An opportunity, an invitation, the recent past. That could be a child as well, an earth child. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. The recent past is coming clean or getting clean or cleaning up the house or space or cleaning up your act. And crowning for you is the Tower reversed. Okay, so perhaps resisting sudden changes, or the changes already happened and this is after the fact, right? Just absorbing the sudden changes, explosions, eruptions, epiphanies coming in. This can be something that's not so sudden as well, but it's resisting the sudden changes. Resisting sudden changes at home. Maybe you're feeling very comfortable, so you don't want to change. What's coming up for you is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Perhaps a downturn, or it's just not time yet. Maybe the tower is ready to explode. It's just not quite time yet. And you're resisting those changes, but as soon as you surrender to it, this flipping up will flip this up as well, and then destiny will be at your doorstep. You see yourself as Seven of Pentacles reversed, which is implementing a new plan, and here you are trying to implement something new. And what's around you, or how others see you, is the Two of Pentacles reversed, perhaps dropping the facade, the act, or dropping the ball, or breaking patterns. Somebody could have tripped up as well, made a mistake. It's like, here's the one pentacle and then here's the two, but you messed up, so you go back to the one to start over again. You just started, so it's not that big a deal. The block here for you is the Ace of Wands. New passion, new inspiration, taking off. And then I'm getting the spoke of the wheel here. Like, this can't go upright because the spoke broke off or something, and all you need to do is just get the spoke back into the wheel. I'm getting to Gandhi and the wheel, right? The spindle and the wheel. The spindle broke off the wheel, so you just have to reattach it again. So on the wheel, when you're threading, the thread comes to the spindle, and that's where you actually, start wrapping it. That's a wrap. Look. The actor's hands, that came up in the movie last night I watched. And I'm getting all that jazz too, where I used to wake up every morning and say, it's showtime. It's showtime, right? That came up from all that jazz. And also it came up in the movie last night of Prom. That was a musical that I watched. So that's coming up. And the end here for you is the Five of Swords, right? This is the war, taking down the field, standing in your truth, feeling victorious, but maybe there's a lot of other wounded around you. Or maybe they're just feeling sorry for themselves and you're not. You're willing to stand up in your truth. But remember to show love, because this is someone who's only in their truth and not expressing love, so it can be very harsh to the others around them. It's always right to speak the truth with love. And then if others get hurt, it's then their responsibility to heal them. It's like taking the field down to show them what they need to heal within themselves. And that's the journey, but there must be love. And that's not very Pisces-like, to be that vicious, right? So it could just be you as a sensitive one really learning to stand in your truth, and maybe you need to be a little harsh to let people know you're not going to be taken advantage of, because, Pisces have that soft heart. So the connection to what's hanging in limbo at the end of your read is the King of Swords. He is upright in his truth. So this could be the King of Swords who's just expressing this energy as well. So this would be in the aftermath of this event. So this may have happened already, right? There is triumph here over the field, and the King of Swords, maybe you competed for a position and you won the position with the King of Swords. What's left hanging in limbo for you is the competition, the fight, the battle, the game, the pursuit of happiness, the impossible dream. Okay? And there's a few little butterflies. This is like the girls on the sidelines watching the game. But there's some rats over here too, into the logs, right? So when the cat's away, the mouse will play. Is that right? So here's these could be like young workers or somebody getting into the log while you're away playing games or fighting while you're distracted. While the cat's away, the mouse will play. So they're either not doing their work or they're getting into information that they're not privy to. Okay, so you're going to get another card, more than one card. But you won't see that till the end of the read. And I'm going to show you the underlying energy as well. Okay, so you're uncomfortable right here. This is uncomfortable energy. I'm going to give you a little backstory as to why, and then we're going to get going with the read. So the only major arcana in this underlying energy is the Fool, which is Aries energy. Let's see, oh, we have the Emperor here too. Hold on, more cards are coming up than I was planning on. So we start with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Okay, this is some kind of, this is the wealth card of family, business, legacy, community, but it's reversed. So there's some kind of dysfunction or loss in that wealth. This could be an unhealthy use of money as well, needing to learn a harsh lesson about spending money, perhaps. But that was in the past. Then you have the Emperor, the Knight of Cups, the Fool, the Seven of Cups, and then next is the Page of Wands reversed, the Wounded Warrior, which is the Nine of Wands upright, and then the Eight of Cups reversed, which is not walking away, perhaps from something that you should, and it's making you uncomfortable. We have the Emperor, which is he's in power. There's an offer of love between the Fool and the Emperor, and they're both Aries energies. There's a lot of Aries energy. You may have Aries in your chart. But there's either an offer of love from the Fool to the Emperor, or a third party water sign, which could be you, because the Knight of Cups did come up right before the read on the bottom of my decks. The Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups came up, and the Tower. And now the Knight of Wands is coming in as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Knight of Wands shows up here. All right, so this could be Pisces between two Aries energy, very powerful. Or it's this Fool offering love or help or friendship to the King or the Emperor right here. And this is seeing synchronicities, right? So the Fool could be skywriting or looking into astrology, or seeing synchronicities, having lots of options, believing. I'm getting that writing across the sky in the Christmas Chronicles of Believe. And actually I have a Christmas tree charm that I won. I didn't win it. I got it from a medium group that I went to a couple years ago. She brought 3 gifts to give people that she was reading, and one of the gifts went to me, and it was a reindeer with Believe on it. So that's coming up for you now. And then this is that Page of Wands energy that's frustrated, that young energy that's frustrated or uninspired, perhaps feeling worn down on their last leg, the Wounded Warrior, right? Being very guarded because you're exhausted and uncomfortable here. This is something maybe you need to walk away from. But there's something really positive here as well. There is, but it could be wealth. It could be an Emperor that's part of a very dysfunctional family, business, or community. That he seems really good on the outside, and you feel like it's a match, but there may be some financial dysfunction that you're not seeing on the surface that's there, and you're feeling it with your energies, but you're not listening to your feelings because you're not walking away. And it's very draining to you, very uncomfortable. The recent past is coming clean, getting clean, cleaning up the actor space. That could just be cleaning up your home, because we have the home here as well. Let's see here. And maybe you're deciding whether or not you want to go home or not. And it's very tempting right now because it's feeling really good. It's feeling right to you. And there's discomfort here about where you are. So why do we have the Eight of Cups reversed specifically for Pisces? There's a lot coming out, but all right. After the fight, or in a losing battle, with someone who's not heeding the call to action, not making a decision, deliberating, and just sitting on their laurels, right? Maybe you need to make a new action to go forward. There's Aquarius energy here too. So maybe there's an Aquarius energy that you don't get along with where you are, and maybe you're assessing your financial status to see if you can afford to walk away from this job or situation and go home. Perhaps and spread the word, or step up to the plate. Or maybe feel the need to speak up at home or about a home, or maybe put in a bid for something. This could be standing up at work too. Like if you work in the service industry, this could be someone speaking up at work. to make it a more homey environment. Or this also could be how, this dreaming about how you want to spend your money to fix up your house or a room that you're working on, which is interesting because I'm working on, I'm not quite finished, but I did most of the painting of my daughter's room, and my daughter's a Pisces, but she doesn't live here anymore. And she may come home, so this is all adding up to the same type of energy that may happen. She's not planning on coming home right now, but she might. Why is the Seven of Swords reversed? And that could be referencing me fixing up her room. Could be giving her some rejection energies, right? Because it's her mother redoing her room, not for her because she's not here anymore, but it also could be drawing her energy in to come home with a fresh new outlook. And this is coming up for that. The Ace of Pentacles offered to the wounded warrior who's feeling really exhausted. So whoever's working really hard or feeling defensive or just exhausted. This also can be feeling like a victim, so be careful of that. Maybe this is someone who doesn't trust this offer of money. What does it mean for you? Is it really the best thing for you? Or this is just someone exhausted and this look on their face really has nothing to do with this. Maybe they thought they couldn't take this, and now maybe they're going to take them up on it because they can't handle their present situation. So again, coming clean, getting clean, because there's a new offer you weren't expecting of money, effort, services, help. You know, maybe you've just been working too hard and all of a sudden somebody offered you a gift and maybe you're going to take them up on it. Why do we have the Page of Pentacles in the Foundation? All right, here's an unhappy emotional cycle ending, okay? Or unhappy family life. But it's really about just an emotional cycle that's just so over. Maybe you're sticking with something that you should have ended already, but you haven't. And here's the world upside down. You're not really happy. Or you need to close this cycle. It's overdue for you to close this cycle of justice here. And there's Pisces reversed and then Libra upright. So this could be I don't know, you could be going back to school, maybe law. Maybe there's something that you were into before that you haven't been doing, but now, or perhaps you just graduated college and you didn't make a decision this semester, so maybe you want to go back to law school, or this just could be getting justice or dealing with a Libra that's very fair, or just doesn't have to be a Libra, it could just be a fair person here. It's like you're looking at, there's a lot of unhappiness here. And maybe it's just because you're starting new and there's a lot of work to be done. But I'm also getting here, justice is peace of mind. Right? The balance of peace of mind, keeping, being in your knowing, but keeping it to yourself, that you don't always have to tell everybody everything. Why do we have the Four of Wands in the middle for Pisces? Queen of Swords speaking her truth. Or perhaps this is so funny. I told my daughter if she wanted to come home, I'd pay for her flight. And this is like being on an airplane. But it's also like me telling her that, like, if you want to come home. So there's definitely kind of that energy there because it's the holidays. And there's the mother energy reversed. But this is also Taurus energy. Like if you have Taurus in your chart, but it's not your sun sign, that can come up reversed as well. But this also could be someone who's in lack. And here's someone offering a hand, perhaps to come home. And that can reference mother and daughter energy as well. And I'm getting really hot right now. We have the Hangman coming up next after the Empress here, which can, for me, it's mostly Capricorn, but this can be Pisces as well. But this is someone with a great idea or an awakening or someone with a big head. But I'm not really getting the big head here. It's more like a good idea, maybe. Maybe you didn't think it was a good idea, but now you do. So maybe you think it's a good idea to go home now. Perhaps you're holding your tongue until you're sure about what you want to create. Maybe that you have an idea, but you're holding back until you let it percolate some more and see if that's really what you want to do, or putting your cards out all on the table here to see if the time is right. The challenge for you is the Three of Wands reversed. Why is the Three of Wands reversed as the challenge for Pisces? Okay, so this would be needing to dump all your responsibilities to come home, or this is letting go, dumping a load, dumping a burden, dumping all your responsibilities. This could be a confession as well, that you can't do it anymore. And I told you, there's the Knight of Wands rushing in to save the day. Perhaps looking back at whenever you can't handle it, that there's always someone to rescue you. And maybe you don't want to be rescued anymore, and you're learning that about yourself. There's also a connection here to that Knight of Wands. A lot of this could be the arrows of love, or just a very positive energy exchange. But there's no, it's like an offer too good to pass up, right? It's receiving this energy without option. And here's the Knight of Pentacles. And this could be like offering money at work. Maybe you get some extra work or overtime that you can't refuse because you need the money. But the Knight of Wands is rushing the other way. They're rushing in to rescue, and I'm getting Russian. Russian keeps coming up over and over here. So something about Russian or Russia, or just rushing. Be careful you don't rush around and trip up, which is funny because my daughter's waitressing right now. She's an actress and a waitress. So there's definitely some of that energy. Be careful not to go too fast, because you might trip up or hurt yourself because you've been carrying too much of a load. But this is someone running back in positive energy exchange with someone else who's moving forward in a different direction, who's being, this is more passionate go energy of fun and games. And then this one's more serious about their work. It's the loyal, humble servant who wants to help others. And maybe you're flipping what you want to do. Maybe you're just running around like a chicken with your head cut off. But you're really resonating or connecting with the service industry over here. Maybe wanting to do something more profound. So that could be coming up for you. But there's two knights going in different directions. And that's the challenge for you looking back. Maybe you're splitting yourself in too many ways, and you need to be more focused about what direction you want to go in. The Tower is reversed here. Why does Pisces have the Tower in the crown position here? The Queen of Cups reversed, which can be your energy. Again, feeling really worn out, right? Creative blocks, sexual blocks, no growth. Perhaps purging, crying. It's just too much, emotionally overwhelmed. And needing to go on a journey. Or just come in with good news and success and be strong. This is Leo energy, or ego, or pacifying your ego, right? Someone who gets a lot of attention. In the aftermath of sudden events, maybe feeling like you got clobbered, and then getting up the next day to do it again and being strong. And needing to walk away. Or being strong enough to walk away. So why do you have the Wheel of Fortune reversed coming up for you? Page of Wands upright. With the Three of Cups reversed. This is really funny because the Page of Wands has been coming up a lot lately, inspired by like negative things, inspired by suffering and silence, inspired by, this could be social distancing, this could be bad influences, it can be gossip, it can be a third party situation, but it's no joy because this is joy coming together. This could be just not wanting to come together, being antisocial, and someone may be inspired by this. Why? Aha. 2 pages there. This could be 2 friends, 2 lovers. This could be a third party. Or these are 2 friends with third party interference, bad influences between them. Because these 2 are really positive. Maybe there's a group that you're both affiliated with that's coming between you. Things not going in your favor. Maybe you feel like a third wheel with these 2. It's like people who you used to hang out with who are actually good people. Maybe you're just not feeling like you resonate with them anymore. And it's weird for you. Like you feel like you're a misfit. The Island of Misfit Toys. And look at the 3 cards that are coming up afterwards. There's the King of Swords amidst these 2 energies. Not fitting in. Being in their truth. And around here is, you know, shady stuff going on with the moon. It's very emotional and deep. Moody, you know, water energy. Howling at the moon, you know, kids who want to go out and party still. And then over here is people who are defensive and standing their ground or wanting to argue with you. But you're just in your truth, not wanting any of that, no longer resonating with those energies. So whether the King of Swords is you or not, because we have the King of Swords over here at the end, is the bridge to what's left hanging in limbo over here. I was just getting the bridge over River Kwai. Because here's the war. And the bridge over River Kwai was about, well, while you're imprisoned at 12:12 on my clock, by the way, right now, 2 hangmen hanging out. While might as well make a bad situation a positive. Like might as well make the most of it. So the bridge over River Kwai was where the prisoners were forced to build the bridge. Right? And so the lead, I don't know if it was a colonel, what level they were in the military, but the lead captive rather, who knew how to build the bridge, led his men into this because he wanted to make the best of a bad situation. And of course, people might argue with him on that because he was building something for the enemy. But what's better to keep the morale up of the prisoner of war, that maybe they'll get out of this somehow by keeping the vibration high and positive. So that's coming up here. You see yourself as the 7 of Pentacles reversed, implementing a new plan. Standing up for yourself. This, you could also, like law was coming up, so someone might want to stand up for others. Maybe you're very passionate about this. This is taking the high ground, right? Standing up for yourself, whether others like it or not. But not being defensive, walking away when, right? So walking away is a big issue here. You weren't walking away, and now you need to know when it's time to walk away, right? If others don't like it, there may be some suffering and silence here because your feelings are hurt, because maybe they don't agree with you. But, right? So there could be separation and heartbreak. But that's the only way to end the war here, right? The war within. Is to go forward and implement a new plan or a new strategy. Like see, you're sorry they may be sorry to see you go or you them, but you know you have to do it in order to, it's your being authentic with yourself. The 2 of Pentacles reversed around you is why. The Tower reversed again. Avoiding disaster, avoiding the cleanup. In the aftermath, perhaps. A sudden death was coming up for the Divine Masculine today. Actually came up more than once. It came up, I think, 3 times this week. There may have been a sudden death. And this is the aftermath and the cleanup, you know, post-war, experiencing PTSD. But this is perhaps avoiding rest. You really need it. Or you're going to collapse. This is prayer, meditation. Perhaps giving it a rest, laying something to rest. But this also could be a 5D connection that you're avoiding. dropping, this is someone, you or someone around you, an energy of tripping up, or maybe a trip up was good, because then it gets you to drop the act, drop the facade, and break the patterns that are no longer serving you to be inspired. This is the block for you. Why are you blocked by new passion, inspiration? Probably because you got your heart broken in the past. But it's like you're avoiding rest, or you're avoiding taking breaks, but you shouldn't do that. There's no peace in that, no peaceful place to go. And this is the Scorpio energy. Both of these Scorpio cards, the Death and the Tower card, were coming up upright in the read last night. Now the Scorpio energies are both reversed here. There's no peace or no peaceful place to go. Dead tired and needing a rest. You can't work like this. If this is the work that you're doing, it's just you need to take a break. The block for you is the Ace of Wands. Three of Pentacles reverse, again, issues at work, not getting along with others, or financial, or working too much. And you need to split, or there's a divide at work. All right, or a lot of BS, which definitely can be, right? Shady people who still want to howl at night, go out and party, and maybe that just isn't what you want to do anymore. Or maybe your work involves this kind of life and you don't resonate with that anymore. Or maybe their belief systems are very different than yours and you didn't realize that. And we have the King of Swords again coming up here at work. But this one's in their truth. And this could definitely be this person standing up for their truth. Whether this is you or someone you're working with or for who's given you the truth. But this is how this is coming up regarding your block around passion and inspiration. Maybe you're not cleaning up at work after yourself. Maybe you're planning on leaving, but you're not telling anyone, and now the boss is noticing that you're not really doing your job properly. Or maybe you're just so exhausted, you're missing stuff, or you're dropping the ball. And this may be somebody calling you out on it. And they could have Cancer in their chart. This could be too that you feel like someone's lying, but the King of Swords is not lying. If you're questioning the King of Swords, he's in his truth. But there might be some other lie, somebody else lying at work, or maybe you're lying to yourself. There's some kind of split or divide there that you need to get clear on that's blocking you from your true desires. Why the Five of Swords at the end here? Being present to nothing, nothingness in the end. Maybe coming home from work at the end of the day and not feeling like anything was accomplished, or just realizing it's just about being present in the moment. And there may be some depression here, or an Aquarius reversed. This could be healing, arrogance as well, right? The Five of Swords can definitely be arrogant. This could be an Aquarius man who you think is arrogant, not paying you enough. Okay, Pisces reversed here. This could be a secret out or a secret passion. Maybe someone you work with actually likes you and you don't like them back, or vice versa. There might be something there too. Why is the King of Swords there? A disconnect here. This is either two people, a partnership breaking up, not seeing eye to eye, or two people at a distance and unable to see each other face to face. And there's the Emperor upright again. He came up for me in what I was just doing. You're not agreeing with the Emperor, and that could be your boss. It could be a father, grandfather as well. Or it could be an Aries person. We had a lot of Aries plus the Emperor coming up here. This could be you could have Aries in your chart. You could be butting heads with another Aries or your boss. And maybe you don't like the way he handles his business. This is dysfunction in the family business or legacy, a misuse of money, wealth, or this could be a loss as well. Maybe you don't know. Maybe your boss lost someone recently, and maybe they're not the wholesaler. Maybe they're losing money and they can't give you more, and you don't know because they look like they're fine. Why the Five of Wands for Pisces? The Queen of Wands reversed. And the King of Wands reversed. Right? They're not talking. They're both mad. Detoxing. There are two fire signs here. This could be, like I said, it could be two Aries butting heads. And he may be trying to detox this situation. It's definitely a fight. You got a King and a Queen of Wands pissed off, fighting. It could be about an addiction or codependency. Again, one person may like the other, and the other, they may both like each other, but one may want a romantic relationship and the other doesn't, but they're both upset. They're both fighting, or they're just both wanting their own way at work. And this is two Aries definitely butting heads. But they're up right here. Somebody might have mediated them. You could be the go-between here. You may be mediating two Aries butting heads. And look what comes up after the Devil here. We got 3 trump cards in a row. Capricorn, Cancer, and the Fool reverse, which is Aries. Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries all reversed. And these could be those bad influences, because you had the 3 of Cups come up between. Yeah, over here. 3 bad influences coming between the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. And you're coming up more as the Page of Pentacles here. And again, there could be, this could be your Aries and Aries. You may have Aries in your chart, and this is the other Aries. And these are 3 negative influences between you. Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries. Or detoxing, the state of emergency, a breakdown. Maybe your car broke down on the way to work. This also could be and you needing to cancel a move or a trip. Or this is literally someone who tripped and fell. I'm just getting tryptophan as well. Why is that coming up? Tryptophan? This could be an accident too, where one person was definitely at fault, but they won't admit it. Or they caused a 3-way collision here, right? The person in the middle was at fault, but they could have 3 people in the car. That could be as well. So it could be a traffic accident, it could be at work, it could be at home with friends. But there's definitely 2 Aries butting heads. And let's see what else is coming up for you, Pisces. 3 of Cups reversed, again, right after those 3 cards came out. This is confirming there's 3 trump cards that are not for your highest good here. And the King and Queen of Wands can be 2 people who own a business together as well that you're dealing with. So again, that could be you breaking them up, because you came up as mediating here. They could be 2 friends. I mean, you could be one of the King and Queen of Wands, or you could be the person in between them. You're trying to strategize or implement a plan here to stand up for yourself, or leave, or threaten to leave, but you may be sad about that as well. There's you standing up again, all right? Standing up to bad influences, or wearing a mask. You may be standing up around that. Standing up for other people's rights, whether others like it or not. And this is about a really strong soulmate connection, or about your children. This is a very loving memories, or a past soulmate, or someone is here. You may be standing up for your soulmate here, or a best friend to some bad influences. And here's the manipulator, right? The magician. Right? He's got all the tricks and the tools, but look at him. He's upright and he's negative. Right? He's got all the talent, but he's using it for bad. And I don't always get that, even with this upright, but I'm getting that today. Someone's trying to manipulate you or your friend, or maybe your best friend's trying to manipulate you. Why do we have the 3 of Cups reversed there for Pisces? All right, this could be kids out of control, or just being drained. Right? No sunshine, needing a vacation. Right? It could be a Leo energy that's reversed. It's a lot. It's at work here. Drained by work, trying to get your ducks in a row, or drained by kids out of control, drained by a Leo with an ego, right? Out of control. This could be kids partying, like if you worked at a restaurant, just for example, it could be a table of crazy kids coming in that you had to deal with, and you're tired of that kind of stuff. Standing up for yourself. Maybe it is to defend yourself to your boss because you stood up to these kids who are being unruly. This is standing up for yourself, taking the high ground, perhaps relighting a new torch. This could be seeing synchronicities, having lots of options, but seeing the one that's radiating. Perhaps going shopping as well. Coming clean, getting clean. So now we're back to this energy over here. Coming clean, getting clean, cleaning up the space or act. And this could be your synchronicities guiding you on what to do. Or you're cleaning up the act regarding spending too much. Right? Standing up for yourself and not, maybe at work you're supposed to give gifts and you're saying, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to cut back on my spending, so I don't want to participate. Six of Cups. Why? King of Pentacles. Starting over in love. Somebody's got divorced. Or this is somebody starting over with Taurus reversed. But the King of Pentacles is coming up as that Emperor because he's got all the dysfunctional money over here, right? The Ten of Pentacles reversed. He may be starting over after a divorce, so he may be going through something you don't know. And this may be someone you really get along with or like or want to be with, but they can't right now because of what they're going through, or they're just testy because of what they're going through. I mean, this is a painful ending. And it can be with the King of Cups. Got the King of Cups upright and then the Knight of Cups reversed, which is a father and child energy. Perhaps settling out, paying child support. And this could be you coming back together with a Taurus energy, who's your soulmate, who's going through, whether it's divorce or just becoming more spiritual, or maybe you're the Taurus energy they're coming back toward, but they're ending a situation with the King of Cups upright and the Knight of Cups reversed. And that could be fighting with you. You both may have water in your chart. Why is the Magician here? The Ace of Cups reversed. So there was some kind of breakup. Somebody got dumped or pushed to their emotional limits, can't do it anymore, or just overwhelmed, purging, and wanting to, wanting a higher love than this. This is not what you want. This is what you want, that higher love. But the purge may be to get to this higher place, this patience place, right? Taking one step at a time, merging back and forth until it works. Going back and forth until it works. So push to your emotional limits, being a patient angel. And now it's like you're standing up, manifesting for yourself and being sovereign. And that could be mother and daughter energy as well. And again, that comes up around the room, me painting my daughter's room. She may be feeling like rejected from the mother, right? Cutting cords, because now she's independent, fully independent. And maybe now the Pisces is recognizing that. This also could be the younger one being fully independent, perhaps an older friend or an older sister or a mother who's not independent. And perhaps being patient with them. Well, the Magician can be Gemini or Virgo, can be Aries for me though too. But it's like you being pushed to the limit. You're not, I'm mad as hell, I'm not going to take it anymore, that kind of stuff. But there's definitely soulmate energy here. Somebody might be returning. You might be doing a dance with a soulmate or twin where, you had a breakup and then you come back together and then you get pushed apart again, but it's like they're coming back right here. Or it could be, like I said, dealing with someone at work, a boss, the Emperor. There's a lot of Aries energy here. You also have a lot of Scorpio reversed energy here, which that can be a challenge to deal with for sure. We have Libra reversed. And then Gemini or Virgo, but that also can be Aries upright. And here with the Independence, the Queen of Pentacles, maybe she's also spending right now, or over isolating or coming out, and this could be Virgo energy, coming out feeling left behind, or perhaps working with people left out in the cold, or perhaps had to fire people, or just helping the people who need help, or maybe she turned away people because she didn't have the energy to help them and feels bad about it. And there's sharing with others, settling out, and here's the Lovers. And the Page of Cups, which is very much Pisces energy. So this is a lot of affection. This could be someone feeling vulnerable and rejected. Okay. Yet independent at the same time. And there's a big affection here, right? Whether it's between your mother and you, or Virgo and you, it could be a friend. But this is someone unhappy, feeling rejected, right? A lack of satisfaction here, not getting their wish. But at the same time, being released and free. This is all the underlying energy coming into the read, right? Negative memories, things not going in your favor, and then tripping up perhaps, which came up right here. So maybe you feel like you dropped the ball or messed up, or somebody else did, or maybe you fell at work and messed up or got in trouble at work, or maybe you had to break people up, or that somebody else, maybe they had to break you up from fighting. But there's definitely competition and fighting, boss, old boyfriend coming back, mother and daughter issues coming up as well. We're going to pull an energy deck card for you. It is 4657, which is the Six of Cups and the heartbreak of the Three of Swords. But your Six of Cups is upright again, which is very Piscean for me. It was reversed in the underlying energy, but now it's upright. And that could be not like having a falling out with your best friend, your sibling, your boyfriend, your soulmate, and now it's okay. It's like whatever Six of Cups reversed, he's back. The King of Pentacles is involved here, and or Taurus reverse, which actually can be your energy, because that's coming up with the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups reverse, which can represent two different energies of Pisces. They could be the King of Cups or Queen of Cups. The read was all about the Queen of Cups today, which is definitely Pisces feminine energy. But I'm just looking for her right now. Where was the Queen of Cups? No. Well, any which way, the King of Swords is important for you. He's the only court card besides the Page of Pentacles, which could be you or a student or younger person you're dealing with right now. And we have Libra over here, and then we have the King of Swords up here. But we also had Aquarius coming up there, so he could be a Libra or Aquarius. I'm not really getting Gemini there. There is Gemini energy down here with Sag. That could also be Virgo or possibly Aries as well. So what is the takeaway from this read for Pisces? Financial constraints and the need to remove the mask. So you might want to quit a job that forces you to wear a mask, or maybe someone's saying you're going to have to get vaccinated, or you're going to, I know my daughter gets tested every week, so maybe tired of that as well. But this is some kind of ending, transformation of financial constraints, taking off the mask, being more authentic to yourself, right? Letting go of attachments that no longer serve you with the 5 of the Hierophant, which is reversed in this read, right? Being more spiritual, or letting go of a contract, a marriage. There is the end of that. There is an ending here. But it's about you being authentic to yourself. There's a contract, letting go of a contract. Maybe you're done a contract. 6 is the Lovers. And the Lovers did come out upright. This could be the ending to a contract. Maybe it's not quite over, but maybe it's ending. But this is also Justice and Libra. Okay, we 5 and 6, the Hierophant and the Lovers, and the Death, which is Scorpio, Taurus, and Gemini. It's like you saying, I'm not going to do this anymore. You want us to let you lead us blindly and just believe that you have our best interests at heart, the Constitution of the United States. Of freedom. You know, what are my freedoms here? And this is the white coming up here is very much the Two of Swords with the 56, because that's the Two of Swords. Being pure, like purifying yourself. Knowing, being in your knowing, your true knowing of who you are, your authenticity, and keeping it to yourself if you want. That you don't have to sign a contract to be who you are. There is a storm warning here coming up after that. And then here's that all tied up energy of the King of Wands. King of Wands is reversed up here with the Queen of Wands, right? So he's reversed here, all tied up, now released after going on path, hanging out, being wise, seeing a new perspective, perhaps a new choice, and realizing you're not stuck after all and getting yourself out of something. And this is coming up for the King of Wands. Maybe there's someone you're dealing with, if you're not the masculine, who's the King of Wands, who realized he's not stuck after all, and that he can come out of this. He can get out of a contract. He can be authentic to himself, despite of the financial constraints. There is a storm warning. There may be some storm that he has to go through in order to get to the other side. But realizing he's no longer a prisoner, that it's his decision. His constitution says he is free to be who he wants to be. It's a lot of, standing up for things here with Pisces, which is very Pisces. All right, so I do want to pull you a Scooby-Doo card too. It's getting long though. Scooby-Doo, really quick for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know? There it is. It was kind of sneaky there. King of Swords. King of Swords is reversed here. This is someone who's doing everything for everybody else, right? Or this can be a server too. King of Swords may be quitting something or not in his truth. And then the Three of Wands is upright, being present instead to the game. This could be someone tripping up and hurting themselves at work, but it ends up being a blessing in disguise, because then they get to be off work to watch a game that they wanted to game, or someone's just really excited to get out of work. Yes. Again, be careful how fast you're going over here, because you might trip up. This may have to do with the King of Swords hurting himself. But then it ends up being a blessing in disguise, or people at work are happy because they don't like him around. The Eight of Pentacles is the workplace. Someone's too busy looking at their feet to see how their manicure looks. Maybe messed up. All right, so there's a lot of energy like that. The Seven of Swords is coming clean again. Not fluffing your feathers, but humbling yourself. Coming clean, getting cleaner, cleaning up the actor space. And there's the Queen of Swords. She's all good. She's like, hello, you like me, don't you? Maybe now the King of Swords reversed has to humble himself to the Queen of Swords. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands reversed. So this is a heated expression, some kind of heated debate or heated exchange. It can be not expressing your feelings or not telling, or somebody causing delays in communications or travel. Okay? Because they weren't paying attention to what they were doing. All right, so that's coming up again for you. I don't know if it's you or someone around you that you can help out with that. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature, and rise and be loved, guys. I will see you soon. Have an amazing day.